I'm in my pyjamas, but I figure this video is well overdue, so welcome to my October favourites. I have quite a few to get into this month. Because I haven't done one for ages. So I thought I'd start with the base and then work my way up. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was skincare. Now I don't know whether this is just that I had really clear skin phase or whether the stuff that I'm using actually made my skin this clear, but I thought I'd talk about it anyway. So the first thing I wanted to discuss was my face wash, and this is the Garnier Skin Active, which is the Pure Active 3-in-1 face wash. Now it's called a 3-in-1 because you can wash your face with it. It's also got exfoliating beads, so you can scrub your face with it, and you can also use it as a mask as well. So when I tend to use it, I go in the shower, I put it on my face, and I usually do it just after I put conditioner in. And while I'm waiting for my conditioner to do its stuff, I will put my face wash on, and I'll sort of rub it in for a bit, for a couple of minutes, just to do the scrub part of it, and then I'll just leave it there to do the mask part of it. After I finished washing my face, I will use a toner, and the one I'm using at the moment is the Origins Zero Oil Pore Purifying Toner with saw palmetto and mint. This one is quite a strong toner, I think, so when I first started using it, I could really feel it on my face, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is strong. It's like a menthol sort of scent almost, which is probably the saw palmetto, because I don't know what that smells like, and there's a hint of mint in there as well, so it's kind of quite strong, so it feels like it's working when you put it on. If you've got really sensitive skin, maybe I'd avoid using this one, but I think for those who have slightly on the oily side, this one would be really good because you can just feel it working. It just feels clean. And I don't know whether the combination of these two products has really cleared up my skin. I'm having a bit of a breakout at the moment, but for quite a while I had like really good skin, for me at least anyway, and I feel like it's down to these couple of products here. Another thing I've been using on my skin is this, and it is the Clinique Super City Block with SPF 40 as well. My mum actually gave me this one because she bought it and it didn't get on with her skin. She's got really dry skin, mine's slightly on the oily side, and this one is an oil-free daily face protector, so probably more tailored to people like myself. But it's basically like a product that protects your face against UV light and also pollution. Because it's called a super city block, and now that I live in the city, which is probably one of the most polluted places in England, then I really feel like this is definitely of some benefit to me. I just put it on every morning after I've moisturised and before I use a primer, and I feel like that kind of blocks your pores or stops them getting so full of pollution and dirt. I've heard somewhere that pollution is a really strong factor in aging, so I'm trying to avoid the whole aging process by blocking out the pollution, and I feel like this is doing a good job. It's also got SPF in it, which everyone knows is very good to protect against the harmful rays that come from the sunlight. Obviously in England right now we haven't got much sunlight, but in the summer this will be perfect, because I hate things that you can feel, like just putting sun cream on your face or really thick foundation. I just hate feeling stuff on my face. So this is quite light, and also I can just put it underneath other things as well. So really love this, and I will definitely use it in the summer a lot as well. And then I guess after skincare, the next kind of step of getting ready would be to do makeup. So I have a couple of makeup products. The first one being the foundation that I bought in New York. So if you've seen my New York haul, congrats, because that was a long video. But you will have also seen this foundation here. So it's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Foundation. I basically went into Sephora, saw the Makeup Forever counter and was like, can you colour match me with this one please? So the woman I spoke to did such a good job. I'm actually wearing it today, if that's any indication of how good a foundation it is. But I really like this because it's not too thick. Like I said, I don't like feeling stuff on my face, so it's not too thick. It's got a decent amount of coverage, but it still looks really natural as well. That I think is my favourite part of it. I don't like foundations that are too matte, but at the same time, with the way that my skin is and being slightly on the oily side, when I wear really dewy foundations, it does just by the end of the day look like an oil slick, whereas I think this one is a really good compromise between the two. So obviously you can powder it up to make it a bit more matte, but also it doesn't look too thick and cakey because it's too matte, which I really like. It's a very hard balance to find when you've got sort of in-between skin like I do. This foundation here does it really well. This is probably up there amongst my favourite foundations with the NARS Sheer Glow, if not slightly ahead of that one. Bold statement, I know, bold statement. Also in the makeup section, I have picked up a new eyeliner. I don't usually wear liquid eyeliner across the top. Sometimes I think winged eyeliner makes me look more Asian. But the eyeliner I had before, I just felt was quite difficult to use. By comparison to this one, which by the way is the L'Oreal Super Liner Perfect Slim Liner. So it's got like, it's a felt tip liner essentially. The one I had before was one that had like a little pot and a brush and you dipped it in and had to do it all yourself, which is okay, but it was just a bit fiddly, whereas I find that this eyeliner, you just flick it on and then it's there. It's so quick, it's so easy. When I just want to pizzazz my everyday makeup look up a little bit, I can just flick it right on and it just goes so well. It makes quite a neat line if you manage to just do it all in one go. I tend to start with the tip and then drag it inwards because I find if you do it the other way round you're never going to get that pointy end. But this has just made it so much easier. The brush is really easy to use, the pigmentation of it is really great as well. And then my last makeup product is another one that I am wearing today. Because it's autumn now, I'm really embracing the berry tones. So I had to chuck in my MAC lipstick. So this is MAC's Diva. I bought this, no I didn't buy it, it was a present. It was a Christmas present last year I think from my brother. I did tell him to buy it, so I mean he's not that skilled in knowing what is good and what is not. It's basically a really nice berry toned lipstick. It's one of the matte shades. And I just think this time of the year you can't go wrong with a berry lip. I think it's got quite a nice balance between red and just being dark, because sometimes you can get those really dark sort of almost brown lipsticks, and I'm not entirely sure I've made up my mind on those yet, but I do like a bit of red in the undertones there, so I think this one is quite nice personally. Obviously in the winter it gets a lot colder, and because I have shellac on my nails it does tend to dry my nails out and my hands out a bit. Being in the winter I've always got such cold hands, which definitely doesn't help. So I find this time of year a very good idea to stock up on hand creams. So I've got a couple to show you. The first one is the L'Occitane hand cream. This one is cherry blossom scented. I'm not sure if this is available in the UK. I did buy it in Singapore, but it just smells really fresh and floral. Sometimes I find florals are a bit overpowering and just powdery. This one is definitely not. It's definitely a fresh kind of scent. The scent of cherry blossoms. Oh, this reminds me of going on holiday actually. It's really nice. It's not greasy, it's not sticky, it absorbs into your skin really well, and it smells lovely, which if you have been watching my videos for a while you will know is a very big deciding factor in buying anything at all. If it smells great, I'm gonna love it. Something else that if you can't get that one in the UK, I know this one you definitely can do, and again I love it just as much. But this one is the Soap and Glory Hand Food. I've got it in the mini form because I think it's perfect for just slipping in your handbag. But again, it's another hand cream that absorbs into your skin really well. It has shea butter, macadamia oil and marshmallow, which is quite cute. And again, it smells amazing. You can't go wrong with a Soap and Glory product. I think all of them smell great. But yeah, this one is definitely available in the UK, and you can get it in a bigger size as well if you want to keep it on your desk. It's a slightly thicker consistency than the L'Occitane one, but that doesn't mean it's greasy. Again, it absorbs into your skin really well. It's hydrating, which is definitely what you need from a hand cream. I think it's quite affordable as well. The next thing I've been loving is actually a hairband. To be specific, the Invisibobble. So I had kind of like knockoff Invisibobbles from Accessorize and I thought they were okay. But then I figured I'd actually go and buy some proper Invisibobbles. These are the clear ones. And the difference was definitely noticeable. I really love these. Mostly because they aren't as tight as normal hairbands, which means that wearing them every day, putting your hair up in a ponytail, it doesn't give you a headache. It's just revolutionary. I have struggled for many years with the ponytail headache, but with this, it's just non-existent. So if you, like me, have struggled with ponytail headaches, go and buy yourself an Invisibobble. It doesn't leave kinks in your hair at all. I find that the lift on my ponytail when I've got it in an Invisibobble is a lot better. Sometimes it just sits a bit more upright, which is kind of what I'm looking for in a ponytail. No one likes a saggy ponytail. If you watched my New York haul, you will know that I found a new favourite perfume, and I've been wearing it so often since I bought it that I just had to put it in this month's favourites. So this is the original Chloe perfume. I don't really have much to say about this apart from the fact that it smells amazing. I absolutely love this perfume. It's overtaken Jo Malone to be my favourite perfume of all time. I will wear this to death and probably buy another one afterwards. It just smells fresh, it smells somewhat floral. Again, not too overpowering. It's one of those scents that kind of goes right through you rather than get stuck up in your nasal. So yeah, I love it. I really love it. I have one food item to include in this month's favourites, and that is sweet and salted popcorn. I have been eating this stuff so often since I moved to London. I'm one of these people who I never liked mixing savoury food with sweet food. So if I was eating a meal and I'd started on dessert, for example in Yo Sushi, if I had finished eating my mains and I started on a dessert, I wouldn't be able to go back to the mains again just because I felt like it was wrong. Once I've done dessert, I can't go back. In principle, the idea of sweet and salted popcorn should totally not work. I should hate it just because the fact that you're mixing the two stages of meals and it shouldn't be right. But for some reason it really works and I really like it. This one is a brand called the Pop Works and Company. I have been holding off eating this for so long because I'm like, no, I need to film a video, don't eat it yet. But I do know for sure that this is a very tasty brand of popcorn. I will crack this open as soon as I'm finished eating and stuff my face with it. But it's just such an easy snack to eat. And because it's sweet and savoury, I find that you're always in the mood for it. You could be in the mood for something sweet and you can get by with this, or for something savoury. And again, this is perfect. So that's probably why I've been eating so much of it, because you can never go wrong. And then the last thing, which I'm going to quickly talk about before I die from this frigging cough, is a notebook from Paperchase. I really like this one because I think it looks so autumnal, it's so perfect for this kind of year, and it's one of the hardback spiral notebooks, which I somewhat prefer to the book notebooks, purely because you can fold it round like that and just write like this. You can also tear pages out once you're done with them as well, which is definitely beneficial. But I've been using this to write video ideas, to write to-do lists. It's just been really functional and helping me organise my life. My life is going for some cough medicine. That's what I need right now. So thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe, yeah, whatever. You know what to do. I'll see you next week. Bye!